a score of 1 to 10, I rate Koh Phangan on an 8.
I will rate it like 8 out of 10.
I would score Koh Phangan as a 7 for working remote.
Koh Phangan's remote work grade is about 8.
We're talking about working remotely from Koh Phangan. And where I'm standing right now is Ha Drin Beach, most famous for the full moon party. So almost all videos shot on this location talk about the full moon party. Koh Phangan was the inspiration for the book The Beach, which later became a movie. We're gonna meet up with Bay. He owns a business right here on the beach called San and Tan, and he's from Koh Phangan, and he's in the front line of kind of the digital nomad trends in Koh Phangan. So let's go say hello to him and go for a walk on the beach. Hey, how are you? How's it going?
Good. How are you doing, buddy?
So, this is Bay, and if anyone knows the trends about digital nomads right now in Koh Phangan, Bay is in the front line because you're in a business, your business here, you're seeing more and more digital nomads come.
Yes.
So he's one of the best guys we can talk to, and his family is from Koh Phangan. So should we go for a walk and talk about digital nomad life in Koh Phangan?
Oh yeah, sure. We can walk and then we can talk about that.
All right, let's do it. And Koh Phangan is known for most people viewing this video for the full moon party and for hippies, but you say there's kind of a transformation post-pandemic.
Yeah, I think like after the pandemic, the thing a little bit, like I think the thing changed. I mean like the people is bringing like when the pandemic started, the party stopped. They is also bringing a new high quality of the tourists here to the island. I mean like
Yeah, man. When I'm here on the island and after being here for quite a few weeks, it's almost like there's a few different types of people. You have your, of course, the hippies that Koh Phangan's known for, but you also have like a lot of fitness, a lot of like yoga, a lot of digital nomads now.
yeah.
You have like a wellness scene, and then you also have like the all-night parties.
Yeah.
And they probably are using some enhancements to stay up all night.
Yeah.
Now you're saying the quality of the tours is changing.
Yeah, it's like it's upgrading. I mean,
I think I rate Koh Phangan pretty good for nature because you can go hiking.
Yeah.
There's scuba diving.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the beaches of say Phuket where you can surf,
Yeah.
but you do have waterfalls.
Yeah, we have waterfall. We also have the kite surfing if you don't do surf. I mean like we have pretty good wind. Some season you can kite like I think the kiting season here is like around 2 to 3 months. You can enjoy kite surfing.
Good kite surfing, and I went to that one waterfall, Wang Sai, or what's it called?
Wang Sai waterfall.
I was a little overdressed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Might be good.
People were feeling nature fully,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel the power of nature.
They were really feeling the power of
Okay.
nature.
Blend in.
That's right. Another thing important to me when I pick a city to work from is fitness. You know, I wanted some good places to work out and gyms and yoga. How do you rank Koh Phangan for fitness?
The fitness is around like 7 or 8. Kind of that because we got a lot of fitness facility here and lots of a lot of gym and lots of good equipment here. But yeah, you can find like almost around the island. Yeah.
I give it a 7.
Yeah. 7?
And the reason why I don't give it higher is when it comes to gyms, we're kind of like in the jungle. So the gyms here are a little bit, they're not polished like the polished gyms of
Yeah.
Phuket or Bangkok.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Yeah.
It's just a little bit rough and rugged.
Most of them are the outdoor gym, right?
Outdoor gym, the
Outdoor gym.
equipment tends to be older,
Yes.
which is okay. You get it all in, and it's kind of nice to be in a rugged gym environment. But I give it about a 7.
Okay.
But if you're a Muay Thai trainer or yoga enthusiast, in that case, the island scores high.
Yeah, because like I think like the training cost, the cost fee is pretty cheap here.
Yeah, I spend for a gym 1,500 baht a month. You know, so like $50.
Or even like the Muay Thai class is cheap.
Yeah, I could do a 1 hour Muay Thai for 500 baht.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing.
It's
Like
amazing.
you know, when I study in England, I used to go to like Muay Thai class and
Yeah.
it's low, spend like 10 times more
Yeah,
compared
That's
to here.
right.
And you get personal trainer and the thing
that's right.
here, very cheap, 500 baht a session, right?
Yeah, that's right. So if you're a Muay Thai trainer or want to train or yoga, then Island probably scores a 9. How's the Wi-Fi in Koh Phangan?
I think the Wi-Fi here is pretty good and cheap, you know. Like it's quite reliable and many company to choose from. And yeah, this is very good. I think I can score it like a 8 out of 10 or something.
I agree. 8 for
very
sure.
Good
I score an
speed
8.
and reliable.
It's better than the US.
Yeah.
And it's cheap. It's like I spend $15. I can connect on my hotspot anywhere. And a lot of businesses here on the island have really good Wi-Fi.
Yes.
What about food? I mean, everywhere you go on this island, you see signs for vegan. How's the food in Koh Phangan?
The food, I think the food here is very, very delicious and very also diversified. Many cuisine around the island, and
I think the food on Koh Phangan is really good, especially on the in regard to like healthy.
healthy.
You know, the healthy, like the vegan food. It's a vegan food heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about it in like around Sitanu area, right?
Quite amazing.
Quite amazing.
And you'll find some good, even like Mediterranean food. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of Italian restaurants.
Yeah, Persian,
Persian food,
French,
quite good.
Belgian. Yeah, went through a lot and very good.
So what do we score it? I mean, it's not Bangkok. You know, the
Yeah.
Bangkok's a 10.
I give it like 7.5.
I give it a 7.5. It's pretty darn good, but it's not like you're going to go out and
Yeah.
find great sushi.
Yeah, the sushi is good. Okay, you can still find a good Japanese restaurant, but not that great because of the the ingredients.
Ingredients.
Sometimes it's difficult to find.
Yeah. What about the 40 baht coconuts?
40 baht. Wow, that is the great. You know, like you can. The coconut on the island is very great. You know, very sweet. And
Yeah,
very
delicious.
Good. Delicious. The
Yeah.
best. And even in my hotel, we have the coconut tree. It used to be the coconut farm in the past. You know.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
we changed it to the hotel.
Yeah.
It's quite good and very sweet and like the pure sweet from the nature, not adding like addictive or anything.
Something else super important for a place to work, at least for me, is the environment, like air quality.
Wow. Yeah, the air quality here is very, very good. I mean, like sometimes I can see the tracking score of the air pollution. I mean, like the like kind of PM 2.5 or the things is that the air quality index here is, I think, one of the best place in Thailand. Yeah, because
What about housing options for people working remote? I feel like there's options. I don't know about the comfort. I mean, you have hostels, you have bungalows. What are the housing options? I mean, you can rent a villa.
yeah, you can rent a villa. Previously, like last year, my friend like she owned a company. She moved like most of her staff to the island and rent a villa, and they do like co-working space together, like
Oh, wow.
3 or 4 bedroom villas, and they work together in the in the living area with the table, and yeah, like they move some part of their office to the island. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for housing options, it's not like when you're in Phuket or Chiang Mai, where you can go find a studio, an apartment, or a 2-bedroom apartment, just about anywhere, and quite newer if you want, or older. I don't feel like you have those options here. So I would score it about a 6 for housing options. What do you think?
Yeah, probably around 6 or 7, I think, like that good housing option.
as good as Koh Phangan is, there's one area I think it scores super low on, and that's healthcare. Because if you get seriously hurt, or if you need special equipment like an ultrasound, the hospital here is very small.
Yeah.
And if you got in a bad accident, you have to go to Samui.
Yeah, by speedboat.
That's going to take at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, and if you unlucky and you hurt in the in the monsoon season, it's very difficult to transfer to Samui because high wave and very strong current and wave.
Man, can you imagine if you had a real bad break or even anything bad, and then you got to ride a speedboat bouncing through the water.
Yeah.
So if you didn't die in the accident, you might die on the speedboat.
Yeah.
From all the bam, bam. So for me, if it's healthcare, if you're someone who requires specialized treatment, Koh Phangan scores about a 2.
Yeah. 3?
2.5.
Okay.
Healthcare too, and that's just because of there's no really advanced medicine here.
Yeah.
But
and if you really hurt, you go to Samui and you still need to transfer to Bangkok by plane or anything, you know.
Wow.
If Samui cannot take care of you, I mean.
Yeah. How does Koh Phangan score for safety?
Wow. It depends on the place you go or the community you live in, right? I have read about I saw it in the some group of the Facebook that about the women and you go for some wellness course and like somehow like they don't say for women. Like I mean there's some rape issue there and
yeah, you know, initially if you talk about safety as a man, I would score it so high, but I think it's really important to consider for females.
Yeah.
You do read online about these problems that happen.
Yeah. Or even
where women get taken advantage.
Yeah. Or even you go to the party and you get drunk and things like that, right?
Bad things happen.
Yeah, bad things might happen.
So I think especially for females, there needs to be a certain level of caution practiced. For men, I'm sure the safety experience is totally different. As a man, I score almost like a 9 because you can just drive anywhere.
Nothing.
Leave your key in the scooter.
Yeah.
Very little, I think, crime.
Yeah.
But it's nice to live in a place that is safe. Not everything's great. There are some downsides. I'll tell you one of my downsides. All the mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquito, fly, insects, like
flies, for sure.
It's tropical island, you know, like sometimes you have kind of this.
It is a downside, you know, every day at sunrise or sunset, you better have your body soaked in mosquito repellent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I think the other downside is the quality of infrastructure or a lack of quality. So if you're on a scooter driving anything or even a bicycle, there's so much sand on the road.
Yeah, you need to be careful of the sand because you might slip and accident happen.
Yeah, you always see so many people walking around here with bandages.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's fascinating in Koh Phangan. All these like cool coffee places, they have great coffee, but they also add really great area to work from.
Yeah.
So in Koh Phangan, I feel like I go for the coffee, I stay for the office space, versus a co-working, say in the U.S., I will go for the co-working, I actually leave because the coffee's not that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here I go for the coffee, and it's good to work from.
Yeah, you can do it.
What about quality of life? Like just in general, overall living. You see families, you see a lot of couples with their babies walking around.
Yeah, and lots of foreigner people who move to live here in Koh Phangan. I can see like a lot of people moving here.
Really? From where?
Like from some of my friends are moving from like maybe Belgium and Russia, Ukraine. Yeah, because I do the kite surfing, so I meet this kind of people who settle down in Koh Phangan with their family and they're working remotely.
I think quality of life scores so high, especially when you look at what's going on around the world right now.
Yeah.
With so much tension in the Western world, Europe and the US, you don't feel that here.
Yeah.
No friction.
Even me, I used to live in Bangkok, and once I moved here, I settled down here and don't go back to work in Bangkok anymore.
I think it's just better for your health.
Yeah.
Better for your heart rate.
Yeah.
Better for just the overall level of peacefulness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for quality of life, it's a 9,
9.
right?
9.5.
9.5.
Okay.
It's a really
so
good.
9.
Yeah,
really,
it's
really good.
it's a really good quality of life. Yeah, I really think so. It's hard to beat a beautiful ocean and
Yeah.
peacefulness, and yeah.
My name is Kati. I'm from Germany and I've been here for 5 months in total. On a score of 1 to 10, I rate Koh Phangan on an 8 to work remote. The things I like from working on Koh Phangan are that you always meet great people and really get very well inspired, and that you can take nice breaks. You can go to yoga class and can go to the beach during work. So that's very cool. Some things I wish Koh Phangan had are more places where you could really work focused, because a lot of the restaurants is outside, so you hardly find any spaces where you can work with an air condition and really get into the focus. So some more good working spaces would be great.
I'm Ayaka from Japan, and I'm working at IT company. And I'm working at Koh Phangan in 2 weeks. This is my trial to remote work. Koh Phangan's remote work grade is about 8. So a little problem is sometimes storm come here and the network is a little weak. So
Hi, my name is Christy. I'm from Hong Kong and I work as a copywriter. And so my industry, so I basically work in advertising and marketing. I work mainly for insurance banks and like different through the line campaigns. And so this is my first destination as a nomad, and I have been here for 1 month, and so far it has been great for me. So if I have to rate this place, I will rate it like 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Like everything is awesome. I can go to class every day. I enjoy the food here. Food here is just awesome. Like Indian and Middle East, those are my favorite. But for the because like I'm not good at my scooter, so that 2 points deducted from this 10 points will be like it is quite hard for me to get around with scooters. I always got some bike crash. Yeah, that's all for me.
My name is Roy and I'm from Israel. So I'm doing marketing for a BI company and I've been in Koh Phangan for around 3 months now. Yeah, so I rate Koh Phangan 10 from 1 to 10 in the relates of working remotely. Like everything is super convenient here, like the coffee places are amazing, the prices are pretty cheap. Actually the most cheap I've been when it comes to like working remotely. Yeah, food is good, there's tons of yoga, tons of parties, and I find myself very focused when I work here. So I would really recommend it. Well, if I need to add anything to Koh Phangan, maybe I would start with having a way to reduce all the mosquitoes, because it can be pretty annoying. And like the roads can be like full with sand, so like maybe infrastructure can be better. That's what comes in mind right now. Yeah.
Hi everyone, so my name is Manuel, you can call me Manu. I'm from Italy. I lived most of my life abroad, and in the past 5 years and a half in Thailand, and since about 5 months in Koh Phangan. So Koh Phangan, this is the main focal point. The environment is way more relaxed than Bangkok. The pace is really slow, even though it's still busy. Few of the negative things that I personally don't like are the fact that there are only foreigners. Like you feel you don't actually live in Thailand. There's very few Thai people compared to any other place in Thailand, so there's mainly foreigners. So you don't feel like, as I said, you don't feel like you're living in Thailand, but you feel like you could be in Europe or in the US or in Australia. So I will give it an 8.5, let's say, between 8 to 9.
Hi, I'm Adrian. I'm from France. I am working in the hotel development industry, but more specifically in the wellness hospitality side of things, so developing spas, wellness retreats, and projects all over the world. And I've been working in Koh Phangan for about a year now. What I really enjoy about Koh Phangan is the nature and being able to go for a hike, go for a swim at any time of the day. I would score Koh Phangan as a 7 for working remote.
Hey everyone, it's me. How do I score Koh Phangan as a remote work destination? If it's only a week, I score Koh Phangan an 8. But if it's longer than a week, I score a 7. Why? Because I saw one too many scooter crashes, and I had one too many times where I was working and all the power went off, and it just didn't have the conveniences for me to operate my marketing agency really efficiently. So overall, good experience, but I score Koh Phangan a 7 as a remote work destination. Something else, when I pick a city to work from, I like places that are not homogenous, you know, that are all vanilla. I like some diversity.
Yes.
And it's actually a surprise in Koh Phangan how international it is. You meet people from all over.
Yeah, we have lots of like from all the world people here, very diversified and a lot like, and people in different areas is kind of different, I think.
Oh, you mean different parts of the island?
Yeah, different part of the island has like different interests. Sometimes I think.
Yeah, I mean, you meet people from Spain and Brazil and South America, Mexico. What do you score?
I mean like different, right?
Yeah, for diversity.
I would say 7.
Yeah, I agree. It's about a 7. Shockingly, for a small island, it's pretty cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
You know, you get a lot of different ethnicities. Yeah, makes it nice. And if you're wondering about the cost of living in Koh Phangan, click on the link above, and I dedicated a whole video to that topic. We only said goodbye with once. I die 100 times. You go back to her.